What is a symbol? A symbol is a thing that represents something else, especially a material thing or object that represents something that's more abstract or something that you can't physically see. There are lots of symbols that represent our school, our local community, the state of Utah, and the United States of America. For elementary schools, symbols can be mascots, songs, or other things. For example, Art City Elementary School's mascot is an eagle. Art City Elementary School has a logo that is also a symbol. Lots of different schools and companies have logos as one of their own symbols. Did you know that Art City Elementary School has their own song? Well, that school song is also a symbol for the elementary school. The city of Provo, Utah has a ton of symbols. For example, they have a logo that they use on all of their websites, official documents, and you might even see this logo on a truck. Symbols aren't just pictures or animals or logos. They can also be buildings. For example, in Provo, there is the Provo City Library. The library was built inside the old Brigham Young Academy building. Because the Academy building is so unique, that the library has become a symbol for Provo. Provo is the home to Brigham Young University. So, the logo for BYU is also a symbol for Provo, especially since on the logo you can see the words Provo, Utah written on it. We've talked about the symbols and logos for our local elementary school and for Provo, Utah. Now we're going to be talking about the symbols that represent the state of Utah. One of the most iconic and important symbols for the city of Utah is the state flag. If you've ever visited Salt Lake City, you've probably seen the Capitol building. The Capitol building is where the governor of Utah and the other politicians work. It is a very distinct building, and you can easily point it out from the other buildings on the mountainside. Utah is home to several different national parks, and one of the most well-known parks is Arches National Park. You've probably seen pictures of the arches, and they're pretty cool looking. When people see these pictures of the arches, they automatically know that they represent the state of Utah. We're moving from talking about symbols that represent the state of Utah to symbols that represent the United States of America as a whole. Two of the most important symbols for our country are two founding documents that can be found on display in Washington, D.C. The first one is the Declaration of Independence, which started the Revolutionary War and helped us win independence and our freedom from Great Britain. The second document is the Constitution, which we still use to this day to help govern our nation. There are different monuments that you can visit on the east coast of the United States that also represent the United States of America. One of them is the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. And the other one is the Washington Monument, which can be found in Washington, D.C. We talked about how the flag for the state of Utah is a symbol for Utah. Well, the flag for the United States of America is also a great symbol for our country. When people see the red and white stripes with the blue and white stars, they automatically think of America. I've told you all about the different symbols that you can find in our elementary school, in local cities, in the state of Utah, and in the United States of America. Now the question is, if you could pick any symbol to represent you, which symbol would you pick?
It's a present for Jen, my pen pal in China. He's never been to America, so I'm sending him stuff that tells about our country. Good idea, Moby. We should give Jen a flag. It's an important symbol of the United States. What is a symbol anyway? A symbol is something that stands for something else.